Did you know that you can use builder gel to do really cool nail art? What's up, nail crew? It's Nicole, your fellow nail obsessed DIYer, and that is what we're going to do today. I'm going to show you how easy it is to use builder gel to do super fun, really easy nail art with chrome. And if you know me, you know I absolutely love chrome. I haven't done it in a really long time. I've been trying to use a lot of dip liquids to show all my friends who can't use gels how you can also use dip liquids to do a lot of different things with nails. But we are jumping back into my favorite, chrome and builder gel. I'm going to start out with this gorgeous green as the base. The green is called Have Fun Storming the Castle, and then the gold that I'm going to use on my pinky, pointer, and thumb is called You Rush a Miracle Man, You Get Rotten Miracles. They are both from a Princess Bride collection coming from OG Dip Powder, and it is absolutely stunning. If you are a huge fan of the nostalgic movie, these are going to be the colors for you. Now, like I always do, I have builder gel down as a base on my natural nails, so I only need to do 2 dips of each color. If you don't have builder gel down as your base, you can use clear dip powder as your base as well. If you can't use gels, it's a really nice alternative. Or if you're somebody who just likes to do dip straight onto your nails and doesn't like to keep anything as a base and you soak off once every couple weeks, I would recommend doing at least 1 to 2 layers of clear as a base. This way you can build your apex with the clear and then not have to do so many color dips. For me, before I was using builder gel, the clear dip powder just adhered to my nails way better than the color dip powder. That is due to a lack of pigment in the clear dip powder. Since it doesn't have any pigment in it, it tends to stick to people's nails a lot better. So that's just a little tip for anybody who can't use builder gel as a base. Anytime I go to dip my nails, I like to push back my cuticles if I'm going to do a dip near my cuticle. This way I can get as close as I can at my cuticle without flooding my cuticles. Then whenever I'm done with my solids or my shimmers, I always like to go in with my clear dip powder and do that, because if you see my videos, you know I'm like ridiculously messy. And if I don't do the clear over my solids and shimmers and then activate it, I tend to get glitters all over the place. I'll be honest, even when I activate with the clear, somehow I just manage to get glitter everywhere, and I'll still have a stray glitter or 2 here and there, but you know what? I just go with it. It's okay. Like, I'm not super particular. That's something you'll learn about me. I like to do my nails a lot and have fun and try new things. But like, if something doesn't go well, I'm like, it's fine. I'll do a new mani in like a week or so. So I go through, I activated my 2 green nails and I let those dry while I work on the gold nails. This gold is absolutely gorgeous. I love golds. I could probably wear like gold and black for every mani. I don't know if it's like because I'm a Steelers fan that for some reason I just love gold and black together. I feel like I need to do that. I don't think I've done that. You know what? I haven't done a black and gold mani in a long time. Okay. Note to self, like, let's do that for another mani. Drop some ideas in the comments and let me know what are some manis that you would like to see me do. I get a lot of requests via Facebook groups that I'm in, especially OG Dip Powder, where I'm an ambassador, but I don't get as many requests here on YouTube other than questions. So feel free anytime to ask me what kind of manis you want to see, like make requests. I love doing ones for that everybody wants to see. So majority of my requests come from Facebook groups. Now, whenever I'm doing any kind of shimmer, flake, or foil, I like to lay my nail flat. And I use these dip cup liners from SJ3. You see them in all of my videos, all my shorts. I absolutely love them. I make such a mess when I use cupcake liners. I tend to knock over the cupcake liner. So now that takes away one thing, and the only thing I'm left to knock over is the little jars, which I still tend to drop. Like, as you can see, I dropped some of I think it was the green I dropped at one point during this mani. Like, that's why I started using actually the white pads that I'm using underneath. I was using puppy pee pads, but I found that I like the adult, like, incontinence pads better, that are for your, like, for a bed. I started cutting those in half and they work so well to just like wrap up and nothing gets on the desk that I'm using now. So if you're looking for something to protect your surface when you're dipping your nails, if you're somebody like me who spills a lot or drops a lot, I just got them on Amazon, like the extra large adult incontinence pads, and then I cut them in half so they last a really long time. Anyways, like, I don't know how I'm talking about adult incontinence in my nail video, but like, if you've been here for a while, I just kind of say what comes to my mind. So after each dip of your glitter, you're gonna want to make sure that you brush it off really, really well. Glitters, flakes, and foils have a tendency to get a little bit thicker if you don't brush off your nail really well. And to be honest, all of my nails have a tendency to get thicker because if I don't brush them off, I just feel like the powder will sit there, and you definitely don't want that. You don't want your powder sitting there and then your nails getting thicker. It is better to have more layers that are thinner than less layers that are thicker. So I go through and I add my clear dip powder as my last dip on each nail. And you can see that to keep my nails thinner, I really press the dip base brush into my nail. I don't float it. I really press it down to make sure the liquids are moving over the nail as thinly as possible. And for this one, I decided to lay my nail into my clear. At this point, my clear was full of glitters, so I hadn't cleaned it yet. I actually cleaned it the other week, but at this point I still hadn't done that. So I was laying my nail into the clear tip powder to try to avoid as many of the glitters that had contaminated my clear powder. And I do keep separate clears for glitters and then solids and shimmers because I am so messy. After I finish applying the clear, I make sure I activate all my nails. And the way I activate is I do 2 layers of the activator, one right after another on the same nail. So I activate the nail, slop it all on there, make sure I activate the tips as well, then dip the brush back into the activator and go along the same nail with the activator before I move to the next nail. Then I filed and buffed and shaped off camera. Since we were focusing on the builder gel and the nail art, I didn't want to show any of the buffing or shaping or anything, but once you're done with all that, you want to make sure that you wipe your nails really, really well with isopropyl alcohol. Wiping your nails off really well with isopropyl alcohol after you've buffed and filed and shaped is going to make sure that you don't leave any dust or anything on your nails before you go and use your builder gel. No matter what you're top coating with, you want to make sure your nails are super clean before you go and do that. And first, we're going to be using our builder gels before we go and do any top coating. So I'm starting right off with my clear builder gel in a jar. I just put some on this adorable little nail art palette from Resonating Crafts RVA. It's so much easier to use a nail art palette to put your gel on. This way, you're not trying to dunk it in the bottle or the jar, whatever you're using. Now, since I'm doing builder gel, I didn't want to make it too thick, but I wanted to pop up a little more since it's a thicker viscosity gel. So I used a really thin brush and kind of made these swoopy, drapey kind of lines. And then I've cured them for 30 seconds, which is half the time that they should. I took this gorgeous chrome and chromed over the top of the builder gel. And then I finished curing that layer for the rest of the 30 seconds. And what I goofily did was try to use an eyeshadow brush and dust off the excess chrome before I finished curing. I don't know why I did that. Sometimes I just do things without thinking when I'm doing my nails. So once I finished adding the chrome and then finished curing that, then I went back over with another layer of builder gel over top of the chrome to really seal it in well, and then fully cure that for 60 seconds. And I did the same thing on my other nail. I took the builder gel onto this little nail art brush, swooped it on my nails, made kind of an abstract design, and then cured it for 30 seconds instead of the 60, then rubbed my chrome in. I used a little silicone tool because the lines were smaller rather than using an eyeshadow applicator like I normally do. Then once I finished my ring finger, I did the same thing. I topped it with builder gel, and then I wiped both nails off really, really well with isopropyl alcohol to make sure that there wasn't any chrome left anywhere else except for the little designs. If you're like Nicole, I am not ready to use builder gel on any kind of designs. I am struggling just to use it for overlays. Make sure you check out the first pinned comment. It's going to have my builder gel 101. It is the ultimate guide to applying builder gel overlays from prep to application to removal. And now we're going to top coat this mani. So after I finish curing my builder gel chrome design, then I go in with a layer of gel base over all of my nails, including the ones that have the chrome design. Whenever you're top coating with gel base over a chrome design, make sure you get into all the little nooks and crannies. And if you want to learn more easy nail art, make sure you check out this next video. Thanks for joining me today, Nail Crew.